Did you know that there's a lot of different infill patterns you can use for 3D printing? Oh, you did know that. But did you also know that different infill patterns can give different print times and strengths? To change the infill pattern in your slicer, such as Bambu Studio, you have to head to the Strength tab and then scroll down to the Sparse Infill Pattern section. The default pattern is Grid, which strikes a balance between speed and strength, and for this model gives a print time of 34 minutes. However, if we change the infill pattern to something like gyroid, which is my go-to infill pattern, you can see that the print time is slightly increased to 36 minutes. However, gyroid is one of the strongest infill patterns, so the increased print time is worth it in my opinion. Adaptive cubic is another infill pattern you can use, and this typically gives shorter print times. Lightning is another infill pattern you can use for faster print times. However, in this case it isn't much faster, but it does use less filament at least. Infill patterns aren't just for strength though. For instance, if you have a part with a flat top surface, you can change the number of top shell layers to 0, which means you'll be able to see the sparse infill through the print, which is great for aesthetics, as you can see here with the lightning infill, which gives a kind of cracked glass effect. Some other infill patterns like gyroid also look pretty cool like this. If you have multiple objects on your build plate, of course you can set different infill patterns for each object. You simply have to change the setting in the Objects tab rather than the Global tab. And after slicing you can see the two models with the different infill patterns, courtesy of the 0 top layers. For a real world example, I wanted to compare different infill patterns for this trading card stand. Let me know which one of these is your favourite in the comments below, and also if you'll use this technique to improve the aesthetics of your prints. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. Make sure you like and follow for more 3D printing tips and tutorials,